Welcome to the ZoCo Podcast. I am Cody.
I'm Trevor.
And I'm Daniel.
Daniel, who's Daniel?
I am a friend.
It's my childhood buddy.
Where's Alex?
Where is Alex?
Alex decided to bail us for his family.
Lame.
I don't want any family around here.
He's out in Bakersfield doing family stuff, so.
I still want to know why Bakersfield.
It's the middle of the desert. I don't know. I don't get it. There's nothing out there. There's dirt and rocks and more dirt.
We got to all travel through Bakersfield.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, we were all going through there. But,
oh, boy.
So, yeah, we have a guest with us today. He decided to join us and grace us with his presence.
More like I dragged him into it.
Oh.
I wasn't fully dragged. I walked a little bit.
Yeah, sure, I'll try this whole podcasting thing.
Why not?
No, yeah, because since Alex is gone, Danny invited me to hang out today, and I was like, well, you want to do a podcast?
I figured, sure, why not? Can't hurt too bad.
Oh, it's going to hurt. Wait till the comments come.
Oh, boy.
Now, we don't even have enough views for comments.
Nope.
Nobody comments.
Not yet.
I did.
Once.
Wait, that was you?
That was me.
It all comes together.
I was the friend he ditched you for the first week.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was helping him move.
That all makes sense now.
Yep.
All the pieces have come together. All right, well, should we start off with a good game?
Let's do it.
This will be a throwback to last week and a good introduction for our guest. So, we're going to play the Google game, if I can say it. All right. So, we are going to enter a 3-word phrase to start asking a question, and we are going to see what Google has to grace us with. So, we'll let our guest get his brain going, think of a question. But, Trevor, do you have...
let's see.
Let's try not to repeat what we did last week.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because we did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we did a bunch off mic
we
too.
did a bunch more later. Trying to think of something unique. How is the? Okay. How is the?
All right. Well, this is interesting. The first one's not a question you would typically ask Google. It would be someone that you ask, someone, but not Google. How is the weather?
I kind of expected that one, actually.
So what's Google supposed to tell you? Like, oh, yeah, feels good outside.
It's hot.
Yeah, right now, it's...
It is currently.
It is currently...
Somewhere in the hundreds.
I don't even think I have a weather app on here. Really?
Going to the smartphones.
Everybody pulls out the phones.
Yep.
99 degrees.
Mine says 97. But still hot nonetheless. So people are asking Google how the weather is. All right, the second one. I think this one only pertains to... this is only the United States. How is the president elected? Interesting. Well...
That's a long topic.
We don't get into things on this podcast.
No, we'll dabble out of that one.
But for those that don't live in the United States, we have a president, and that president is voted in by a cult that decides who's going to be our next president,
Regardless of what its citizens say.
regardless of the 300 million people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless of what 300 million people think, the cult decides who the president is going to be.
Pretty much.
And the third one is a very valid question for the state of California. How is the traffic? I can tell you it's bad.
Yes, I can agree with that.
I drive on the worst parking lot in the world. Sorry, freeway. It's the 91 freeway, and it's the greatest parking lot in California.
Yeah.
You can stay stopped for hours. It's ridiculous. Alrighty. So, do you have a phrase?
Sure. If I smell.
Oh boy, this is going to be bad. If I smell. Okay, the first two are the same. So if I smell gas, that's it. I'm just gonna continue filling it in. Gas. Who do I call if I smell gas in my house? And if I smell gas, what should I do? What do you do if you smell gas?
You don't create any source of ignition. Call your gas company.
So then, just to get to the third question here, don't light up a cigarette or weed. Because the third question is, if I smell weed, is it in my system?
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in the past, 6 months to a year, it's hard to drive down the freeway without smelling somebody smoking weed.
Well, we're in California.
Yeah. It's a given.
Well, I mean, this is actually a huge thing. There's a lot of people at my work that smoke, and they so it's not legal in the state of California, but it's legalized for medicinal use.
Yep.
So, sort of. You can have a science certificate from a doctor, a licensed physician, and get it for medicinal purposes. I have a buddy I have a couple of people that I know that have them, and you give up your Second Amendment. If you sign that?
Really?
You give up your Second Amendment. So
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know why anyone would do that, but once again, that's another political topic. And but yeah,
it's also very easy to get that card.
well,
Pretty much.
ow, my back hurts.
Pretty much.
And I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but in Colorado, it's on the streets, just like gas stations or Starbucks or whatever. And you can just walk in, hey, I want some weed.
Oh, gosh.
And they have two different sections. There's a medicinal use section and then like a recreational use section. So
Recreational.
the only difference is like,
The name.
well,
You pay
there's a
more
different
'cause it's
tax.
medicinal?
Yeah, it's a less tax on medical use versus recreational use.
So how do you know so much?
Because I listen to various other podcasts and I find this stuff out. No, I've never been to Colorado, so I wouldn't know. I don't think I even know anybody that lives in Colorado.
I do, but not really well.
So we're gonna go see your friend in Colorado, right? That's
Oh, Lord.
that's what I hear.
On next week's podcast, Trevor brings another friend.
No. We go to friend.
We go to friend.
Oh man. All right. So I'm gonna.
We can go check it out ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey man, I want some weed.
Podcast from inside the distributor.
Oh gosh.
Hey man, this is a fun podcast, man.
Oh Lord.
The guest will be the guy running the shop.
Yeah, I know a guy.
All right. So I'm going to type a question in here. Let's see. How do dogs?
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, the first one is get worms. How do dogs get worms? All right. The second one's how do dogs get parvo, which I assume is a different disease.
Parvo?
I don't
You
know
know,
what it is.
I actually just got a puppy about, I'd say 2.5 months ago. She's about 4 months old, and she had a few issues, and we took her to the vet. And one of the big things they were worried about was parvo. Oh, man. They are very strict about parvo. They will quarantine the room after you bring a puppy parvo puppy to.
Dang.
Yeah, they'll quarantine the room for days because it's pretty deadly. She's
Right.
okay.
So what you mean to tell me is now we're all infected? Yes. Because I just read this and now I realize we're all dead. The Parvo virus is extremely contagious and can be transmitted by any person, animal, or object that comes in contact with an infected dog's feces.
Oh.
Highly resistant, the virus can live in the environment for months and may survive on inanimate objects such as food bowls, shoes, clothes, carpet, and floors.
Which is why they quarantine the room afterwards.
So if you step in dog feces, you might
You
carry
might have
it on.
That's why getting shots for your dogs is so important.
Well, California. Well, I don't know about California, but I know the county we live in. They're very strict on. They have to be tagged. They have to have chips.
You can only have a certain amount.
Yep. All right, and the last one is just absolutely ridiculous. How do dogs see?
Their eyes.
Their nose have little receptors that allow them to visually see things in black and white.
Wait, I thought it was the bark. I thought they listened to the bark.
They're like bats. They echolocate.
Oh, bats. That's what I was thinking of. Okay.
Oh gosh.
I think that might be people trying to find out if they see color.
Yeah, I think that's just probably a question that they're wording.
So do dogs see color?
I'm not sure. I've been trying to teach my dog the difference between a red ball and a blue ball. So far, it hasn't been going too well. But maybe I'll let you guys know in a couple months.
I'm going to Snopes. I'm going to find out right now. Do dogs see color? Snopes is not helping me out. So, to Google, I will be the contributor of Do Dogs.
Do dogs.
Do dogs. Do dogs. Do G. It search dogs. Do dogs cry? Do dogs sweat?
No.
Do dogs dream? Have you guys seen that video?
Oh, which one? There's many.
There's a dog laying down, sleeping, and it starts kicking its legs.
Runs into a wall.
It gets up and hits the wall head on.
Yes.
Greatest thing ever.
Yes, I've seen that. The internet is a wonderful place.
It is, isn't it? Do dogs like hugs?
They don't. It stresses them out.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
I read it on Facebook, so it must be true.
Yeah, it must be. If you read it on the internet, it must be true.
Oh,
all right, and I'm not going to read the last one because that's a little too much information. So, what color balls are you using?
Red and blue.
Red and blue. Okay. A little bit of science here. Or I guess a little bit of biology.
Uh-oh.
Humans have 3 cones that detect color. Do you know what they are?
Specifically?
No.
Red,
Come
yellow,
on,
blue.
this is like
Red,
basic
yellow,
stuff.
and blue.
Red, blue, and green. And can also detect yellow wavelengths created by light entering the eye. Nietz discovered that dogs only have 2 cones. This means they can distinguish blue and yellow, but not red and green. So
I need to get another ball.
So you need a blue and yellow ball, not a blue and red ball.
I have a green one.
He couldn't see the green either. Because he's probably looking at the red ball like, this is the same thing as the blue ball. Yeah, I think I grew up with the whole mentality of dogs only see black and white.
I think most people did.
Colorblind doesn't necessarily mean that you only see black and white. It just means there are certain colors you can't process.
Yeah.
I had to go get a drug test for my job, and you have to do an eye test.
Mm-hmm.
Was a drug test and a physical. So they did the eye test, and they told me that I might be slightly colorblind.
I remember that.
Because they said I couldn't distinguish the green from black, I think. It was a very dark green, and I was like, black. And he goes, what are the 3 primary color? Like, whatever he asked. And it was like, green. And he's like, yeah, you might need to get your eyes checked. Like, seriously checked.
Oh, gosh.
Like, all right, well, I think I'm fine. I can tell the difference between blue and green and black. It was a dark green.
Maybe he's colorblind and he was seeing the black is green.
Yeah, who's to say I'm perfect and he's colorblind? Push comes to shove, it's not me.
Oh, boy.
So, do you play Pokemon Go?
I resisted.
For how long?
Let's see, it would have been about 2 weeks ago now. I was just in Hawaii with my family, and they were all playing Pokemon Go, and we're walking around shops, so joined the bandwagon. And
so you're a bandwagoner.
Everyone kept pushing me into it. I said, fine.
All right, well, has Trevor pushed you out of it?
No, he has not. I have not even asked him if he plays.
All right.
Do you play?
Not really, no.
Well, this is an intervention. We're here to get you out of this.
Or is it an intervention to get you out of it, Trevor? Let's go. Come on.
Oh, he's not going.
I played it. I also deleted it within the next week.
Twice,
yeah.
I haven't played since I've been back, so I think I'm okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I downloaded it because of him.
Yeah, so everyone was talking about it, and I thought, okay, I'll check it out. I downloaded it, and then I deleted it real quick, probably within 10 minutes on the first time.
Yeah.
And then we were all hanging out, and I think I got Alex to download it, so I re-downloaded it, and then Trevor downloaded it, and then I deleted it, and then Alex deleted it, and
But he played it for a while because he was actually, I think, yeah.
Well, he was playing because he wanted to be the best out of all three of us.
Yeah.
He was going for the competition.
It's still on my phone.
Oh man,
It's still on my phone. I haven't touched it.
nope. I got it off my phone. No, I just didn't like the fact that it was so glitchy, and I think I just had a time
Yeah,
where it didn't work consistently. Pokemon were running away and things like that.
It's
And it was
very-
nah, I'm done.
It doesn't function very well.
No.
Yeah.
It has a lot of bugs.
Well, we talked about it before, but if they made it more like the actual game, like the old Game Boy games, I think it'd be a little bit better.
Well, here's the thing about that.
But
So
then again, yeah, it's
all this Pokemon
Parvo
Go stuff going on, and me being a product of the 90s, I wanted to play some good old-fashioned Pokemon. So, go on the good old App Store and got myself an emulator. Been playing all the Pokemon games all the way through on my phone, and fast forward. So it only takes 8 hours instead of 24. I play through a couple of them.
Does anyone still have Pokemon cards from?
I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I still have Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh.
cards, but
Dang.
Yeah, I don't have.
I got rid of the Pokemon cards
I have
years
some
ago.
in a time capsule at my grandparents' house from 2000. Be open in 2025.
Dang.
There's an original muck in there, so I'm just waiting for that to come out so I can make bank in,
Is a holographic.
9 years. It might be. It's a chance. Probably still won't be worth anything. Nobody liked that guy.
How many of the original Pokemon can you actually name?
150.
Isn't there 151?
Well, if you were to count Mew or something like that.
Can you count all the original ones?
I don't know.
Not in order, maybe.
I just played through.
Because I can name 5.
Come on.
I'm a product of the 90s.
You can name more than 5. If you know the first 3, you know Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. There's 3. You only need the evolution of 2 of them.
I wouldn't have said Bulbasaur. Let's see. But I know more now because I played the game for a little bit. So I know obviously Pikachu. Pikachu turns into Raichu. And then let's see. Charmander turns into Charmeleon.
Yeah.
Who turns into Charizard.
Yep.
Okay.
There's Squirtle.
So far, so good.
Squirtle.
War Turtle.
I didn't know that one. No.
Blastoise.
I knew Blastoise.
And Bulbasaur, Ivysaur,
I know
Venusaur.
I know Bulbasaur. I don't know the rest. I know Eevee turns into. Well, shoot. I know it turns into something really good.
Jolteon, Flareon, and the Vaporeon.
Yeah.
But then if you get into the later stuff, then you have
Leafeon,
1,500 other
Iceon,
different types.
Espeon.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, boy.
Geodude, Graveler.
Well, even on the subject of Pokemon, the new Pokemon game that's out, Sun and Moon. Have you guys seen anything
Seen
about
a few
that?
things on Facebook about it being released.
Well, it's weird because they've taken some of the original Pokemon and have changed their types completely.
I've seen that. There's an Executor.
It's
and
like
it has a really
dragon
long
grass
neck.
type.
Yeah, it's
and it
weird
has a
stuff.
super long neck. And then there's the Raichu, it's psychic.
But it's kind of smart because, Executor before was kind of like a palm tree with egg heads instead of, coconuts. But now it's like an actual palm tree because tall and skinny, and then it has...
There have been so many memes on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how unoriginal were they with their names? Ekans is just snake spelled backwards, and Arbok is cobra spelled backwards.
I'll be honest, I've watched a few of the original episodes of Pokemon.
They have Indigo League on Netflix.
Yeah,
Gosh.
I think the best thing was listening to the Coughing's voice. All their names are kind of Coughing.
Yeah. Could you imagine this, okay? If your pet all it did is walk around and said its name.
Its name.
That's it. No, not even its name, what it is. So your dog, you have a new dog.
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 Middle of the night.
Dog. There's actually somebody did a series of videos that I don't know, they did a 3D something, but it was basically about Charmander. It was like a Charmander, a Bulbasaur, and a Squirtle, and they just run around and just do stuff, and they talk normal, but then everybody else talks like human. So that's like all they hear.
That's pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
There's an episode of Rugrats where it was like the dad is yelling at the dog, and the dog's just like looking at him. It's like wah 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 wah.
Yeah, that same episode of Rugrats, the dog was seen in black and white.
That's true.
That's why I think dogs are all black and white.
Man, that's true.
We've come full circle.
Yeah. How many people do you think remember Rugrats?
I do.
Because that was before our time.
How many people were born in like 1992?
But I think it was before that. When did Rugrats first air?
Oh, back to Google.
Back to Google.
Oh boy.
Trevor, vamp.
Well, I didn't have cable as a kid, so I actually got, funny enough with Rugrats, because I used to watch that show only because my grandma used to record that show, and she would give us the tapes back when we had VHS. And so we actually, before TiVo and everything, you record it on the tape, and that's how we watch Rugrats. So that's how I've seen it, but I've actually never had cable until I don't even watch TV anymore.
So a lot of people probably don't remember either. The rewinding fee at a deserted place now called Blockbuster or Hollywood Video. There was a rewinding fee. So if you returned your VHS and you didn't rewind it, they would charge you an additional like 75 cents to rewind your VHS for you.
Oh wow.
Could you imagine that today? 1989.
Wow.
So
My source says differently.
oh no, here we go.
Mine says 1991.
I also skimmed.
Maybe it was dreamed up in 89.
Rugrats was formed by the then husband and wife duo of Gabber, yeah, that guy, and Arlene Classy,
Yeah, that guy.
along with Paul German in 1989.
So it was formed in 1989. Original release says August 11th, 1991 to August 1st of 2004.
Wow. Well, they also came out with the All Grown Up,
Yeah.
where it was like them
Did you watch that?
a little bit. Because that's
Yeah.
when I was like, I think I was in high school at that point.
I was around, I think I was around probably 15 or 16.
So it was like not cool to watch that. But they weren't all grown up. They were just still kids at that point.
Well, yeah. They were all like teens and stuff.
Took them long enough.
Well, look, Charlie Brown's been wearing the same set of clothes for like 50 years.
Well, it's funny we got stuff like that too, because you notice that what did you say that came out 2004 was
Which did?
the All Grown Up? Was that the other
I
date,
don't know
or was
All
that
Grown Up.
I don't know the other date you gave?
Yeah,
Whatever.
it was like somewhere around there.
That was that would have been like teenagers around the time that those kids, us kids growing up, would have been
Them
about
is
that
us.
same age. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's just funny how a lot of today, I don't know that maybe this is just something that just history repeats itself, but it just seems like a lot of today, a lot of things really vamp around the 90s kids.
Nostalgia.
Well, I think because the 90s kids are now in their 20s,
Yeah.
and so they are building the next generation.
Yeah.
And we have the technology now to go back and remaster all these things.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit farther. Do you guys remember Street Sharks?
Oh, yes. I want to see a revamp of that.
Were those the little fighting shark?
Well, because one of them, would like to wear what were those? I can't remember. Skates.
Yeah.
But it was the whole 90s trends of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle kind of thing, where they were basically, it was the mutated sharks.
So,
Well, it was mutated people with like shark DNA.
yeah.
And so they all went out and fought crime and everything.
I definitely remember now. And we used to have, actually we still have one of their toys. It's like a little hand puppet with a shark head on it and two arms.
Yep.
And it's still in my parents' house in my younger brother's room. Still there. I had it in my hand about a month ago. I was hitting my brother with it.
Nice.
Here I am, 24. I'm still hitting my younger brother with a little toy.
All right. Do you guys remember Gargoyles?
Yes.
Never watched it, but I remember it.
That's about the same era too.
Yep.
That early 90s.
Oh boy, they need to revamp some of these old classic ones.
And the last one, Animaniacs.
Animaniacs. That's still
Saturday mornings.
Do they still play that?
I don't know if they still play it, but that's still a big one, I think. Just the influence of the Animaniacs in general. Like, you quote Brain or Pinky. Everybody knows that.
I don't know.
So, Brain, what are we doing today?
I've quoted that a lot, and people are like, what is that?
Same thing we do every day, Pinky.
Try to take over the world. We talk a lot about early movies and stuff. Alex has, no early 90s, 2000s memory of music or
of movies.
He had a rough
TV
childhood.
shows. They didn't watch TV.
He had a rough
and so
childhood.
it's like, did you ever watch Pinky and the Brain? No, what is that? What? That's your generation, and you totally missed it.
Oh boy!
But he definitely played all the games. I know he's got a lot of the
That's all
old
he
games
freaking
and stuff.
had.
Yeah, but how do you let your kid play video games but not watch TV?
I don't know.
I don't like.
Well.
They seem like one and the same. There's usually the parent that says, "No, go play outside," or you can play video games and watch TV. Not, no, you can't watch TV, but you can play video games.
Maybe they didn't have good reception,
or maybe they didn't have cable.
Oh, I didn't have cable.
Yeah,
a lot
Trevor played video games this whole.
A lot of these
up.
shows that we named already were on public television as I grew up. Saturday mornings and weekdays when they actually played cartoons on
Recess?
public. Yeah, Recess. All these shows they used to have play at 3:00 in the afternoon till 6:00 in the evening every weekday. Saturday mornings it was it went from 7 to 12 in the mornings. They don't do that anymore. They have Cartoon Network and stuff like that plays cartoons most of the day, but that was cable, and we never had that as a kid. It's public television. They don't have that anymore. They have some things, but it's mostly kiddie shows.
Yeah, we haven't had TV in years, so
we just got rid of TV when we moved. It's all internet.
It's smart. You don't need TV.
It's expensive.
You got Netflix. You got Hulu.
Yeah.
You've got all
YouTube.
Yeah, Fire Stick.
Endless hours of YouTube.
So you've got Amazon Prime has videos now.
Yeah, they've got
PlayStation View, which is
you're a PlayStation guy.
I am a PlayStation guy, but I don't have PlayStation View.
This is a fight we've had a lot. Well, not really fight.
So you're the one that's keeping him from
no,
getting PlayStation
I'm a
4.
PC guy. I'm straight PC. I don't like consoles. You're limited to your pixels.
Yeah.
You're limited to your resolution. I can vamp this up. Every 5 years I just need a new graphics card. That's all.
Yeah, you don't have to buy a new system every 8 to 10 years.
Exactly. Well, and $60 a game. I think games are generally slightly cheaper.
Well, it depends on
PC.
If you're doing, for example, on Steam, they just came out with No Man's Sky the other day. That one is going for $60 on Steam, but Steam does all sorts of deals all the time for just games that are still existing, and they really bring down the pricing. But generally, when a brand new game comes out, it's about the same price. There's not a whole lot of difference.
I just looked into pre-ordering Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Oh yeah,
and
Can
they
you do it
have. You can pre-order now.
So it's set for March, 5 years from now, right?
Yeah, March, 5 years from now.
It's a lifetime.
You're pre-ordering
So-
5
No,
years from now?
So Alex,
This goes back to an earlier discussion.
Alex is like, yeah, it doesn't come out for another year. It's like, no, it comes out in March next year, and he's like, yeah, that's a year away. It's like, what month do you think we're in? It's like eight months away. He's like, it's like a year. I'm like, look, if a year's that far away, then it might as well just be 5 years. And if it's gonna be 5 years, it's a lifetime away. So we're never gonna see this thing come out.
So it's now our inside joke.
So, let's see.
So yeah, this game doesn't come out for 5 years, but you can pre-order it.
AKA 8 months.
AKA, well, less than that now.
That's
What is it? What are we in? August?
August. So that
September,
was
October, November, December, January, February, March. 7 months.
7 months. I'm
Dang.
excited.
I can't wait. They have so many editions though, where you can get like all the bundle, on all the packs, all the DLC, everything. It's like $200,
Oh gosh.
or you can just straight out buy the game for $60, just the plain game. So, but also speaking of Ubisoft, I finished Far Cry 4, like everything, all the.
How long did it take you?
Oh gosh. Well, when I actually finished the game, like 100% completed the campaign, was like, I don't even remember, 40% of the game. Because then they have all like the side quests, all the collectibles, and all that stuff. Shangri-La, which took me forever because I hated it. But yeah.
Does your computer track hours?
Yes.
How many hours?
Do you want to see
logged? I
this?
do want to see how many hours.
I don't want to see this. This is hours of my life that I can never get back.
I remember when Skyrim first came out, my younger brother, in the first week, it was probably in the first no, it was about a week. He logged a solid 100 hours on Skyrim. He'd get home from school about 3 o'clock, played until, 3
o'clock?
2 o'clock in the morning. Go to bed, wake up, and play again.
Oh my gosh.
So I might feel a little bit better about myself then, because this is over months of
Yeah.
playing. I've put hundreds of hours into Minecraft. Like ridiculous amounts of hours. Because Alex and I played it from like the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was
still
alpha.
in
It
beta.
was in
Or still, yeah, still alpha.
which goes first? Beta.
Beta.
It was still in
first, yeah.
beta when we played it.
I remember you talking about that in like your first podcast.
Oh no, he actually listens to the podcast.
A few of them.
But yeah, and it was like, oh, it's ridiculous how many hours. I would, if there was an actual hour tracker on Minecraft, it'd be ridiculous. Hundreds. We're talking hundreds of hours.
I know exactly how much time I've spent playing Minecraft.
0?
No.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 to 6 minutes before we came here.
Oh, nice. What do you think about it?
It's not bad. I could see its entertainment value.
I've really lost my entertainment value within Minecraft.
Mm.
It's gotten boring. But
Yeah.
when a lot of people told me that, it was like, oh yeah, that game's boring. It's like, well, you have no imagination. That's why. It's like I think my imagination's run out. 72 hours, 3 straight days of playing. Now I'm gonna get out of that before Audacity crashes. Oh, good, it's still up.
Kind of on the subject of Minecraft and No Man's Sky, seeing as that's come out now, I've been playing that a little bit.
What are you talking about? It was out last week when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't even know where to begin with this game.
have you started playing?
I've been playing.
Like, how long have you been playing this game?
How
How many hours have you put into this game already?
That's tough to say. That's probably at least about like 5-6 hours, maybe.
Dang.
Just in the past few days, because I mean, obviously I work and I have to come home and eat.
The game came out yesterday.
Yeah.
For PC.
But I've had it because I pre-ordered it. I got it early.
Oh, okay.
So I've got it actually earlier because of my pre-order. And
I think it was the 9th, right?
it was the 9th for the pre-order. So I've had it for a few days. This game is insanely huge. And obviously we talked about that about the last game.
Yeah.
the
Like
last time.
18 quintillion worlds.
Yeah. Well,
Planets, I guess.
yeah, it's ridiculous how much stuff and the like I don't even know where to start.
Well, I don't want to get into spoilers because I don't want people who haven't played the game
Yeah.
who might get it. But
But basically, this game is because they don't have a whole lot of footage out yet, and pretty much it's just like Minecraft, where you just go and do what the heck you want. It is just a complete open sandbox. In fact, they go as far to tell you they don't really tell you a whole lot what you're supposed to be doing. They just have a little prompter on the right to tell you, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that. But otherwise, you just go and do what the heck you want. You go and explore, you go and mine, you do all sorts of stuff like that. It's just build your own story. It's complete RPG. There's so much. I have barely scratched the surface, if even scratched a little bit of it. And I've only explored so many, like only explored about like 4 worlds so far. This game is, it's words.
do you
Words
recommend
can't
this game?
I would recommend it only if you're not looking for an action-packed game per se. Like, and to clarify on that, if you're looking for a game where you're going out and you're just like constantly in danger and fighting stuff, it's not your game. Because at least with Minecraft, at nighttime there's kind of a sense of like, oh my gosh, there's gonna be a creeper coming out of nowhere and creaming me. It's not that kind of game. It's a game if you just like to go and explore and do whatever you want. There are predators in the game. I have met very little of them though.
Did I tell my Falcon story on the podcast last week?
Which story?
The Far Cry, the eagle.
Yes.
Did I say that on the podcast?
You said that on the podcast.
Okay. So, have you ever played Far Cry?
I have not.
So, in the game, randomly, it's an open world game, and there's eagles that will come out of nowhere and attack you. Okay, they make that screech like of an eagle
screech.
And so I was delivering parts for work, and we're out on a job site. This is like a new tract of homes, and I'm just walking back to the truck, and I hear a hawk make that exact same noise, and I freak out. I put my arm up, and I'm like, it was like the most real life video game situation ever.
Virtual reality.
I probably look like an idiot. But the fear was real. I had no gun, no nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So far, maybe there's more like hostile planets like that. I don't know. The ones I've been on are pretty docile. So there's nothing quite like that at the moment. But again, like I've only said, I've only scratched the surface, so I don't even know what all is in the game, and I don't even think the creators know what all is in the game.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's somebody out there on a planet that can't catch a break and is just monsters left and right trying to take him down.
Yeah,
where's my backup?
Yeah, no, your experience is going to be different based on each player, based on where you are. So I could be, for me, this is probably like, oh, I'm just going out and just doing this. This person's probably like, like he said, just they've got constant people coming on and fighting them. I don't know. It's your experience. Whatever you end up doing, you make the best of it. But I would definitely recommend it if you enjoy just going out and having no guidance, just doing whatever you want.
Well, I guess that's about it. We're a good amount of time. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for joining us on our podcast. Stick around till next week and we'll put out another one.
Later.
Goodbye.